plays games with Jay.
Why are you getting all worked up, Jay? This is just a funny comment.
Oh my fucking god.
Anyway. That's enough. It's voting time. I'm gonna vote for him.
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie. Isn't Kyo culprit? Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying. You killed Tenko and Angie.
Now hold on, jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen. Nuts to that. Anyway, you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit. Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's far too dangerous to vote for, before we arrive at a logical decision.
Hold on! Wowee! It's time for everyone's favorite part!
Oh, this thing.
More phenomenal trial ground! Yay! Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
You shut up.
Oh, why are you waiting for it?
Kyo confessed to killing Tenko, but he insists he didn't kill Angie. We won't forgive Kyo for what he did, but we can't vote until we know the facts. I have to pin down the evidence and convince everyone. Yeah, the entire time I was like, this is nice that it's probably Kyo, but like, what the fuck? We gotta figure out Angie. Like, I was thinking about it, I was like, there's two murderers. There's no way it's just one person. Like, not from like I know the deduction reasons, but more so I'm like, from a story perspective.
That's like a lot, right?
It makes sense that it's like, it was two different people and this was like a whole coincidence. Like, the addition of the rule too, I'm like, this is in favor for making the drama longer for two murderers. Look at this fucking Civil War lineup.
I do like this visual.
It's cool.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie. The subject.
Oh, fuck.
Whatever. He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her.
Okay, well.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Lab? Okay. I'm just letting it roll through first.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Did Kyo Tenko, but he not blackened? He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Rule, okay.
Solve the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just vote now?
Mystery, okay.
Yeah. Kyo killed Tenko and Angie.
We don't know certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her.
Anyone could have entered my lab. Oh, what? That wasn't it?
It's
oh,
here.
Fuck. Okay. Oh, that was the lab one. Okay, my bad. I'm skipping through it. Looking at the wrong subject.
I feel like a little bit of this lost in translation. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like the mechanics of this.
Oh, I see.
Because for the next part, it's Angie.
Angie, okay.
Because that's not
But he couldn't get into Angie's research lab. Yeah.
It's not the subject, whatever.
Yeah.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Anyone could have entered my lab. Yeah.
But he not blackened. Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find. Planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
Mystery, mystery, mystery.
Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
Crouch bind! Settle!
Square? Yeah.
Full counter!
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder. And there's still a mystery of Tenko's murder.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Well, Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder. Yes, the outlying piece of evidence at Tenko's murder scene. Tenko's murder scene had hole in the corner. Oh no, I don't think that's it. Mark stone, loose floorboard, sound during sand, cross piece on the sickle on the floor, dried blood under the floor. The bloodstain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on. Is that Tenko's blood? That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers. Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it, but the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that blood stain the only dry one?
The bloodstain under the floorboard was dry because... Oh no, never mind. The air was dry. It happened before the seance. It was from the investigation. The bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
That should make it clear whose blood it was. Before the seance. Nope, never mind. That was during the investigation. Who was there before the seance? Wait, is this supposed to be an obvious thing? Hold on.
Not obvious, but...
Angie? Because she's... Okay. Okay. That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Yeah? Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
I guess that's possible.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assume that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms. Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms? It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now, too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Angie left her lab on her own and headed to the room where she was killed. Is Kokichi's statement true, or... Interesting.
Our research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there. Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle! To keep herself awake at night. She would drip hot wax on her body. That sounds like something only you would do, Mia. Don't kink shame me, bitch!
Okay, Necronomicon. I think that's it, because she would need a candle to burn the book, right? Possibly?
There you go.
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
Yeah, for kinky wax play.
Oh, God. No, Angie was gonna use it for the ritual.
And then kinky wax play.
Okay.
Say that 5 times fast.
Okay, according to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead, you had to burn the fucking blah 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 blah. Okay, burn the book. Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
That's why there was dry blood under floor.
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko! Well done for choosing that room for the seance. Ah? If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's bloodstain under the floorboards.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie. This must be Atua's will, or maybe the power of magic? It's neither, I just picked one.
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that as fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab? It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved. I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room. She was killed after she was carried to her lab. That means the culprit attacked her twice. I have evidence of that. Right? No. Oh, yes. Okay. The fatal wound was a cut to the back of her neck from a katana. But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why. After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now. Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
All clear. This is all clear. What are you all talking about? All clear. What is all clear? What are you? All clear? What are you? You what? What are you? He's beautiful. Sweet Korikyo, calm yourself. Their words are all hollow. There's no meaning to any of them. What? You must teach these ignorant children a lesson. Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them. Oh, this is sister. Oh my god.
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies.
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all. It's full of doubts, of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog. Nothing is clear at all.
Angie was attacked in the empty room first, and then carried into the research lab? Impossible. Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion. You intend to poison our minds with your delusions? Stop pushing me off screen.
It's no delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story.
What's the story?
After she was
wounds?
struck in an empty room, she was carried to the Archreacher's lab and then killed.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body, and not a single drop of blood? No bloodstains.
Oh, that's not it.
Even if you...
I got the wrong clue.
Carried Angie's body, and not a single drop of blood? The hallway and empty room had no
Not
blood
this one.
stains. Even if you wipe them down later, then there's still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere.
There was evidence left at the scene. The bloody tape under Angie's body. What? It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried. Bloody tape. Gonta didn't notice at all. It was under her body, or under the body. It's most likely the evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it. It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt and ended up under her body.
It must have been Atua who did that for us.
What? Atua, how long are you gonna keep that up? Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder. I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie. Is it really Kyo? Like that? It's obvious, but I'm kind of disappointed there isn't another murderer. Okay. It's you, Kyo. You killed Angie.
What the fuck? So it's true? Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer. You killed both of them? Why? Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win. Why? Why you kill them both? I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Huh? Which one?
The murder that was an accident. It wasn't part of the plan? I guess Tenko, right? No, wait.
No, that was extreme.
I mean, I know it's meticulous, but like wording, it made me think accident as in like this was not part of my original plan. I'm just gonna have to go for this kill. But so I was like, knocking someone out and duct taping them is pretty deliberate. Angie's murder was an accident. What? Tenko was an accident? That's right. Kyo originally planned to kill someone with a seesaw trick. But while he was making preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in. So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
So you just happened to walk in on the culprit setting up and was killed.
And he should have just stopped there. Once he killed Angie, there was no reason for him to kill Tenko. He only... Fuck.
You got a phone call, Kokichi?
Yeah, hello?
We're in the middle of a trial right now.
No, I'm good. I can talk. Yeah? Okay, I just ordered Domino's. He only needed to kill one for this game. Killing two is pointless.
Wait, for here? You ordered Domino's?
Yeah.
Like for here?
No, I didn't
Oh,
actually
I
order
I got really excited for a second. Oh, man. Okay.
I mean, we can get food after this.
If you get...
Why are you laughing?
You were so... You ordered Domino's?
Yeah, I was excited.
How would I order Domino's through a phone, like a phone ringing?
I don't know. Maybe they're calling you to be like, this is an automated alert saying that
I
you're delivering
did
duck
not.
pizza.
If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Why, Kyo? Why you kill two of our friends? What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit. So why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why? Why are they? Why is it? Calm yourself, Korikyo. Yes. You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
It almost seems like he's talking with someone. Someone? He's just talking to himself. And you know what? Wearing lipstick is fine.
Thank you, Miu. No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations, not a single one of them. For you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie. No, I will not acknowledge it. I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses. Well said. Good job, Korekiyo. Yes, thanks.
Ugh, creeps me the fuck out.
No evidence? There's no evidence that he killed Angie? You're wrong. There is evidence. What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes? The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo. Gah. That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on.
Apologize.
Apologize.
Apologize, kids.
Apologize. 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 Come on. Apologize. 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 Apologize.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
I have no idea what's happening with Kyo. But that dude is definitely gonna die. What is this one? Okay.
Rhythm game.
Oh. Oh wait.
Hold. Yeah. Hold.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it. Okay, so this one is
Hold. Phil.
Oh, damn it. I missed the timing of the...
You'll get it. There you go. Yeah, I like
Okay.
that. You are simply wrong.
Oh, whoops.
Yes, I didn't do it. So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. Why must you something? That's my delusion. Will Korekiyo, to continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us? Why did these buttons cover the words? Well said, Korekiyo. To continue this debate is meaningless.
Is it well said? I can't read any of it.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you something?
Shuichi's just yelling over them with buttons like,
No!
triangle, X, oh, everything. Oh, yeah.
No, this is not a debate.
Triangle, square, circle, X,
No.
triangle, circle,
Can I
square,
talk?
X, circle.
Can I talk, Shuichi?
Square, square,
No,
square.
I'm gonna do this in my
Circle,
next
circle,
debate,
circle,
yeah.
circle.
Anytime someone's like, I want to argue, I'm just going X.
Buttons,
Apologize.
X,
Apologize,
circle,
apologize,
square.
I told you I am not the culprit, so why are you looking at me like that? You're all bitches. Fuck you, you dumb motherfuckers. Oh, I'm so cool. Look at my mask. I'm just saying the same shit over and over again, so I'm just gonna make shit up. Oh, you're not even doing well, and it's your fever time thing. You wasted that. Oh, watch out for this part. It's squares, bitch. Oh, we can't see the bar. How you gonna do it? You're all fuckers, not me. Ooh, Korekiyo speaks the truth, motherfucker. Such a sorry bunch of bitches. You're all stupid.
Korekiyo, you're talking real different.
Yeah.
Removed floorboard.
There you go. I'm glad they give you 4.5 minutes to do that part.
Yeah.
Unlike the other ones where it's like, 5 seconds, go!
Meat
What
on
is
the
it?
bone?
Meat on the bone!
Kyo hit Angie with the same floorboard using the seesaw trick.
Yeah. I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
There was a small patch of dried blood on the other side of the floorboard. Floorboard. Angie's blood?
Angie's blood?
Blood that splattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board.
I like how you added L to spattered.
Sorry. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. Floorboard? What the fuck is happening to me?
There's also the blood stain.
Blood stain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack. Don't laugh. I'm going to think I said it. Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood would have
But now
splattered beneath
you're
it.
gonna be worried every time.
Yeah, me too. I am. Fuck. I can't even think. Kyo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used. How? If the weapon was used to hit Angie as a floorboard for the seesaw trick.
Floorboard is losing its meaning.
Yeah, it means the culprit knew about the seesaw. So the same person killed Tenko and Angie. Bonk. I believe that while Kyo was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board when Angie walked in.
And he cold cocked her with a floorbloard.
All he can do now is accept it. Yuyin confessed to Tenko's murder already.
So it's true. This is the truth.
Looks like we're almost at the end. All right, Shuichi, I'll leave the finale to you. Blow down the house!
Shuichi, please put an end to this. For Angie, for Angie and Tenko's sake, end this class trial.
I understand. I'll go over everything one more time. Kyo, I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess.
Startle!
Okay, so like this is what happened, right? Kyo was there and he's like setting up the floorboard. That wasn't me. I was never me.
Who was the culprit though?
Who was the culprit with the saw in the empty room? I don't think we have that answer. So we're gonna keep going. What weapon knocked Angie unconscious? What was compressing the injury? Where's the fucking tape?
You passed it.
Oh. What weapon killed Angie? Katana, samurai sword. Okay, so we don't have that yet.
You do.
Oh wait, what? This counts. Remove the gold leaf. Oh, okay. Whose effigy was stabbed with a katana? Where's Kaede? I don't think
You
we
don't have it yet.
Okay. Handle of the spinning katana. Hit the sliding lock. When Angie's body was found, who unlocked the door? We don't have that. Da-da-da. What object did Tenko rest her forehead on? A rock. What weapon did the culprit set up at the iron cage? Where's the sickle? I don't
Passed
have
it.
I have it? Oh, yes. Who besides Kokichi was responsible for extinguishing the candles? Not this one. How was the culprit? Assault. Okay.
Yeah. Unlock everything else.
You were really doing a lock animation for all of this.
Otherwise, how will you know you unlocked it?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Since we're already here, when the culprit approached the cage, they stomped on the floorboard. And how did the magic circle get erased? Footsteps contaminating the scene.
Okay.
Let's go back.
I think you passed one.
When Angie's body, who's found Okay. And then who's effigy? Who was the culprit? And what?
That wording is weird. Don't worry about that. That's yeah. Shuichi's blowing out the candle.
I don't know. I was like, what? What is this?
Nah, the weird wording is not right.
Oh, I have to go over it and then. Okay. Thump. Let's look back at the first murder. It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and to whoever picked the room. To cut the cross pieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the cross pieces in all 3 rooms. However, when the culprit was working on the middle of the room, on the middle room, the unexpected happened. Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting cross pieces. Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan, but now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. And any other person that might have just given up, but not our culprit. The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head. Bonk. Okay. Oh, sorry. I was like, can we speed the blood animation falling?
And the blood fell like this.
They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding. Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried it to the research lab. I will say, if I was playing a solo, I would fast forward through all this.
Oh yeah. I mean,
but it's nice and good to see the review. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end. But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body.
No, to be fair, when you're playing this alone, you don't have to read it out loud. So it's just kind of like, okay, that whole thing was like a huge thing. Kind of sit back and just kind of like...
You just kind of yeah. I will say, yeah, something was... a friend was asking, he's like, yeah, your playtime must be longer because you guys are reading everything. And I'm like, yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the Ultimate Art Lab. Click. Locked the front door from the inside. Slash. And took out the katana they brought from their own lab. They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her. Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down. There were 2 reasons for this: to overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere, and the other was the key to locking the room. What? Did Kyo struggle trying to stab the effigy? He's like, ugh, this wax is impossible. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaide's effigy near the rear entrance. And spun the effigy around to twist the rope. Yes, and spun around, yada yada. Closed the fucking sliding lock. Okay. After enough turns, the culprit let go and headed towards the rear door. I wonder how many times he had to test that. Like, I would be like, God damn it.
It's like 20 times, like, fuck!
I gotta spin this again. Once released, the effigy began spinning. The whole gold leaf katana hit it. Yada yada. Closed. If it got stuck there, that would have been real bad for him. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times. It was 50.
It was 80 times.
80 times. Once complete, the door was locked. Yada yada. Okay. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside. Then this morning, okay, Kokichi unlocked it. We all busted in, and Angie was there, but dead. Oh no, who could have done it? We gotta do a seance. Okay, the idea of covering up your first mistake with the actual murder is I get it.
Yeah.
I'm still disappointed there isn't the second murderer.
I think it would have been too complicated.
Maybe.
Because then you have to go through a whole nother thing.
Sure. Well, my thought was like, we just know. Like, it's like for a character perspective, like we just know that someone like willingly committed murder.
I'll just say, if you want something that has that level of complexity, Ace Attorney. We'll get
Oh
to
my
that.
god. To perform the seance, the culprit claimed that they needed something for
Those
Tenko.
cases are long.
A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard. Okay. Bonk. Okay, we know this. We know this.
What I do like about this one is how he doesn't have to do another murder, but he does, and it's like, but then he tries to frame it as like, oh, but there's 2 murderers, right? He uses that to his advantage.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
I mean, again, like he to adapt to that rule the Monokuma made up. They're like, oh yeah, the second murder doesn't count. The first murder is what you need to do. So he's like, okay, I'll place it on someone else. Like that works. That like it was really much like a bunch of coincidences that like Kyo like really adapted quickly to. So
Right. Oh damn! You're never gonna read them. Damn.
oh, what? Sorry, I was zoning out.
I was like, is this the first one? I think you haven't actually read through.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe just because this one's so long,
It is pretty long.
and I don't know. I'm really sad there's no dominoes. So
Well, think about what you want to eat.
I mean, if we go to a Lego store,
It's true.
we have options there, right? So they used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. Okay, that's how they felt through the darkness. If there really is one person who was just like, I still don't understand how the case went, I'm sorry. Then I'm
You know what?
blasting through
I'll
this.
read it. They found the floorboard that had its cross piece. They lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard. The floorboard lifted up like a seaboard and pushed Tenko's board up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko sat on the board of the neck with a sickle on the top of the cage. She was right below our eyes, and we didn't even see it.
Oh my god.
After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt back to their corner. Kokichi looked like a dumbass. Finished the ritual and had us, and we followed the culprit's direction and removed the equipment used for the seance. And then we were like, what the fuck?
And then we found the body. Yep. And then he dropped the sickle. Yeah, okay. We can fast forward the speed of that sickle. Everyone ran in. They messed up the salt. Okay. And yeah, okay.
Okay. But I gotta read this part.
Yeah, oh, of course. The explanation. It was just Koruki Shinguji,
Yeah.
the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders. Fucking finally. Jesus Christ.